Hey, what's up, you guys? So I just kind of do some commentary on the fucking article I posted a couple months ago, back in June. But I made a video today where I gave you guys a link to read it for free because you're special. All right, you watch my YouTube page, you're special. You get special links. All right, you get special links. All right, you're special. Okay, if you watch my YouTube page, you're special. All right, that's just the way it is. Okay, YouTube viewers are special. You get special treatment. All right. So yeah, man, that story, I mean, here's the thing. I would encourage you guys to read the whole article before you watch this video, because I don't really feel like, watch this current video, because I don't really feel like doing a recap. But yeah, just read the article if you haven't already, so you get the better gist of the story. But yeah, man, that experience really fucked with me. There's actually more bullshit they did. I mean, what I should have done was, after that, they did that shit to me, I should have just stopped going to the group and reported them. Like, that's what I should have done, you know? But, like, the crazy thing is that possibility did never even cross my mind. I didn't even think to report them, you know? You know why? It's actually a very good reason, very good logical reason, because reporting people leads to very hit and miss results. It's always hit and miss. Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's very hit and miss. It's like a 50-50 chance, it seems like, you know? I mean, it's very hit and miss. I can think of multiple times where reporting it definitely went well or not well. In many cases, it made things worse, and I was even more traumatized. Like, for example, when I reported a therapist book to this licensing board that runs her licensing program, she writes books telling people that they should love getting raped, and that rape is love, and that there's no victimhood in anything they experience, and they chose to get raped. All right, yeah, she was some fucking new age victim blaming bullshit. Okay. And when I talked about it, she chose to scream trigger words at me. Yeah, and I did see her as a therapist, by the way. Thanks, Obama. But I did not know in advance that, like, she had written a book this fucked up. Like I didn't read her book, you know. And for about almost a year, she seemed great, you know. And then I decided to read her book, and I'm like, holy fuck, you know. Like, oh my god, like that is, like, this is insane. Like, how could some, like, and she published that book before I met her, you know. I just didn't bother to read it until after I'd seen her as a therapist for almost a year. These people are insane. Like you guys are pure evil. And when I reported the fucking therapist, what happened? They told me that I have no valid complaint because freedom of speech, man. They said that her book is considered state of the art. Yeah, but did they say why it's considered state of the art? Like, oh, the statement about, you know, you should love getting raped, it's considered state of the art. But did they explain how or why? No, they just said it's considered state of the art. Yeah, I'm sure it is considered state of the art by some, you know, dumbasses. And here's the thing, what I also did was I also told other therapists about her book, and I showed them the direct quotations to prove my points, you know. And yeah, I convinced some of them to file a report as well. I thought to myself, all right, well, there's no way that this Beta Simp Institute is gonna do nothing now. They gotta do something. They gotta at least make her change the book, you know. They gotta at least take down the book. Like, they gotta do at least something, you know. Like, I thought there was no chance whatsoever they'd just throw us under the rug. Oh, they threw us under the rug, and they threw me under the bus. They said that we have no valid complaint because freedom of speech, and then they chose to banish me, and they banished me from talking to any of their therapists ever again because I used freedom of speech to tell them facts about a book. Okay, what's the problem? I told them facts about the book. If it's really so state of the art, then they can read the book and see for themselves, right? They can see for themselves that I'm not making this up, okay? I provide direct quotations from the book, all right? So yeah, these people are disgusting. Like, you guys are pure evil. I mean, okay, dumbass cunt therapists like this, I mean, how the fuck do you sleep at night? I mean, you guys have got to be like pure evil sadists to do this shit to people all the fucking time, to traumatize the fuck out of people who are already pretty traumatized. You guys are, like, disgusting. If I did this sort of shit that you have done, if I did that sort of shit to people, I would have a hard time sleeping at night. If I was a therapist who was doing this type of shit, who was publishing books, telling people that rape is love, and then screaming trigger words at, you know, SA survivors who criticize her book, okay, and then I convinced the Beta Simp Institute to banish them while they hypocritically claim that my book is great because of freedom of speech, while they hypocritically claim to believe in freedom of speech. I mean, come on, no. Like, if I was doing shit like that in my fucking 30s, okay, I would feel awful about myself. I would feel overwhelmed with guilt. I would not be able to sleep at night without heavy narcotics use, okay? Literally, like that's the way it would be, okay? You guys have no fucking soul, man. You guys have no fucking soul. You guys are pure fucking evil. And this cunt-face therapist says she's a super empath. Yeah, she told me she thinks she's a super empath. No, you're not, cunt-face. There's no way you're even a regular empath. You're the farthest thing from an empath I've ever seen in my entire life. You disgusting, unempathetic, manipulative, sociopathic cunt-face. But calling you a sociopath is offensive to sociopaths. You're like, I can't even think of the sort of cuss words and names to call you that would even remotely suffice to encompass how insanely pure fucking evil you are. You disgusting fucking cunt face, all right? And yeah, dude, I mean, I could write multiple fucking articles about horror stories from the mental health profession. I am not surprised they get divorced at a higher than average rate. This is a scam fucking profession, okay? These people get divorced at a higher than average rate. They kill themselves at a higher than average rate. They're chronically depressed at a higher than average rate. Oh, having trouble letting go of that chronic depression, huh? Why are you allowing chronic depression to take up space outside your head rent free? You're your own worst enemy. You gotta let it go, bro. The only thing these cunt-faced sociopathic hypocrites are good at doing, the only thing they're good at letting go of is their fucking lives, because they kill themselves at a higher than average rate. Yeah, I'll give them that. They're great at letting go of their lives, because they kill themselves at a higher than average rate. But they're not great at letting go of their chronic depression, because they're chronically depressed at a higher than average rate. All right? They're the exact equivalent of fat nutrition experts. Would you call a fat nutrition expert hotline for nutrition advice if you knew that that on average these so-called nutrition experts were fat as fuck, and they were on average more overweight and obese than the average American? Yeah, if would you call a fat nutrition hotline if you knew that the people running the hotline were on average more obese and overweight and unhealthy than the average American? I mean, come on, you would never do that unless no, you would never, in a sound, rational, sober state of mind, do that, you know, seriously expecting good results. Yeah, you might do it as like a joke, but like you wouldn't like do it seriously expecting good results. Like no, you would never do that in a sound, rational state of mind. Okay, you never do that, right? I mean, and yeah, I mean that fucking article I wrote about the support group and Mr. Ambivalent. No, Ambivalent. That guy is such a prick, man. Oh my god. You know, I've been thinking about that a lot, and honestly, man, I did read the article again after I posted it on YouTube, posted a free link on YouTube, and I actually made some minor tweaks to it. You know, I actually have a couple more minor tweaks to I'll plan on adding as well later on. But yeah, that guy is such a fucking douche. Oh my god, this like, dude, I swear, like, it's crazy. These people, they seem totally chill, and they never did anything like this during the first like month or two I was hanging around them, about once a week at the support group. It was about, I don't know, an hour or two long. And here's the thing: at the beginning, they talked about how they'd hate, quote, advice givers. They hate people who try to ram advice down their throat. Okay, but later on, you have like, you don't say anything when this guy is doing exactly that. He's being a, quote, advice giver, you know, that's given like bad advice in an aggressive manner and committing the offense equals truth fallacy, where it's like people say or imply that because what they've said has psychologically harmed you and caused you suffering, that must somehow say or make it more likely, mean or imply or make it more likely or whatever the fuck that what they're saying is true. It's like, no, okay. And I explained that analogy in more detail in the article. Yeah, it's like, no, okay, you're giving me bad advice, horrible advice, okay? Guys, my biggest regret in life is listening to advice that the majority of people want to give me. Yeah, I mean, the majority of people want to tell me, listen to my parents, forgive them. No, okay, forgiving them, trusting their advice, that has been nothing but a plethora of regrets, okay? I mean, a plethora of regrets, okay? It should have been obvious from the start. I mean, okay, based on the evidence of how terrible my parents were, it should have been obvious that they're untrustworthy and I should just get away from them as quickly as I reasonably can. That should have been obvious, right? But I wasn't properly trained. I didn't have the right skills and knowledge of like how to properly evaluate that evidence. I was constantly maleducated, right? I was constantly taught this bullshit of, you know, oh, you gotta give them all this benefit of the doubt, you gotta trust them. You're some stupid kid. Don't think for yourself. Don't use your own brain to use logical reason. Just trust your parents. that's stupid as fuck, okay? Like, society is wrong, okay? Society has constantly been wrong for millions of years. I mean, yeah, even hunter-gatherer societies. I mean, it's hit and miss, right? Yeah, I've heard of some hunter-gatherer societies that have pretty peaceful, happy-go-lucky culture. Living there would probably be. I mean, it probably would be better than living in regular civilized society, other than maybe having less access to medical care. Okay, so yeah, if you have some kind of chronic condition that needs modern medicine, all right, then maybe living that tribe wouldn't be so great unless you can bring the medicine with you somehow. But whatever, you get the point. All right. I mean, I think that other than modern medicine, living in some of these tribes would they probably would be a higher quality of life, than in suburbs in America. I'm serious. I'm completely serious. Um, Other than access to modern medicine, right? Uh, but but yeah, I mean, but then again, there's some of these tribes. It's full of douchebags. They make you do these like evil body mutilation rituals, or else, you're not considered a real man or whatever, and you're basically gonna get excommunicated from the tribe. And here's the thing, man. I mean, people like most people are just pure evil. That's the way it fucking is, man. Most people are just pure fucking evil sadists. They're very self-destructive. They're self-destructive sadists. They harm you even when is clearly gonna backfire. My parents, you think they got away with it scot-free? Of course they didn't. They got their punishment. They're in twice as much debt as me. Yeah, I'm 40K in debt from unnecessary student loans when they talked me out going to school free, lied about paying for it. And guess how much debt they're in with the Parent Plus loans? Yeah, Parent Plus loans are in their name only. Okay, they're 90K in Parent Plus loan debt from my school alone. Okay, and they did this shit. They did this shit with my sibling, with my other sibling too. But get this, oh my god, you know what? That fucking little douche. I don't even want to talk about him. I mean, he is such a fucking little cunt. Okay, get this. All right. Well, maybe I'll tell this one quick story of why I'm very butthurt and offended. Okay. He was calling his mother. This is a few years ago. He was calling his mother a cunt and a whore, all because she didn't want to clean her husband's office for him, because she had already cleaned it a dozen times beforehand, and it just got, each time she cleaned it, he just made it just as messy 2 weeks later. So she's like, I'm not his fucking maid. He's an able-bodied adult. Like he is capable of keeping clean himself. I thought that was reasonable. But my brother, when she leaves, he's screaming. He's calling her a cunt and a whore, and he's calling her all these foul names. I'm like, yeah, what's all this bullshit? She talking about going to school free, lied about paying for it. He's acting like, oh, I'm so crazy, even though they did the same thing to him. It's like he should be pissed too. He's acting like I'm crazy, and oh, I'm going too far. You fucking cunt. Yeah, and I told him, I kicked him out of my life. He's disowned, and I told him why. I'm like, all right, I'm not dealing with this evil bullshit from you evil fucking cunt. Go fuck yourself with a fucking pine cone, you evil sack of shit. Yeah, I was definitely saying all these cuss words to him. He fucking deserved it. I say these cuss words to my parents on a regular basis. Oh yeah, I constantly terrorize my parents with like constant hate mail. Yeah, I constantly send them emails and messages, rebuking the fuck out of them and cussing them out and shit. Yeah, that's what I do. And what's the response? Honestly, I think they're breaking like a twig. They usually just say nothing. They usually just ignore me. But here's the thing. Sometimes they'll say a passive aggressive positive thing. They'll never apologize for their shit. They'll never even address what I've said. They'll just say like, "Oh, Merry Christmas, love you." But what they're trying to do, they're trying to make it seem like there's some kind of nice victim and I'm just some big meanie who's getting mad at them for no reason. That's exactly what they're doing, right? Evil cunts, evil sociopaths. These people are disgusting. Like, these people are disgusting. I wish they were fucking aborted. Oh, if they're aborted, they couldn't give birth to you. Okay, so at least then I would not have to deal with their terrible parenting. Plus, why the fuck would I be in a world like this? I mean, a world where, the overwhelming majority of people are these like two-faced sociopaths who are gonna fuck up your life and traumatize the fuck out of you, even if they seem great for months or years beforehand. Yeah, like that's all my life has been. About 3 fucking decades of constant backstabbings. Many of these people seemed great for months or years. And honestly, man, even the people who did show red flags early on, here's the thing. Those people were actually a lot worse than even red flags indicated. So it's like, yeah, they may have showed some red flags, and it may have been enough red flags to indicate that it's just generally too risky to hang around them. That may have been true at the time, but even so, they end up being exponentially worse than even the red flags would indicate. You know what I mean? I can think of multiple situations like that too, Yeah, I mean, no bigger regret in my life has been this like forgiveness and letting go shit. No, Okay, like that is just horrible advice. You know, as I explained in the article. No, it's like hold people accountable for their bullshit, you know, and yeah, you should hold on to the evidence, hold on to the reality of the situation, so you make sound, rational decisions that's going to improve your situation. Like that's what you should do. Like, and therapists, again, they can't let go of shit. They're accept their own lives, all right? They're great at letting go of their own lives because they kill themselves at a higher than average rate. Oh, don't kill yourself. It's so selfish. Yeah. Okay, well, therapists, do you really believe in that shit? You're running suicide hotlines telling people not to kill themselves, but yet you guys kill yourself at a higher than average rate. You know? I mean, you guys are chronically depressed at a higher than average rate. I mean, what the fuck? Do you know that psychiatrists kill themselves more than any other medical specialty? Yeah. Like even more than pediatric oncologists. Yeah. I personally think that being a pediatric oncologist is probably a more depressing, difficult job. Yeah, that's the doctors who work on kids with cancer, right? Yeah, I think that's what it's called, pediatric oncologist. Yeah, fucking doctors who treat kids with cancer. I'd be way more depressed. I think I'd probably be way more depressed working that job than as a psychiatrist. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'd be way more depressed and just having a way more difficult time doing my job as a pediatric oncologist. You know what I mean? But no, psychiatrists, the ones who specialize in treating suicidal patients, they fucking kill themselves more than any other medical specialty. More than fucking, you know, not more than psychiatrists, more than pediatric oncologists. Yeah, psychiatrists kill themselves more than pediatric oncologists, man. More than, you know, heart surgeons, brain surgeons, you know, ER doctors. Holy fuck, man. I mean, holy fuck. You know, those other jobs sound really fucking difficult and terrifying. Okay, I personally would not want to work any of those jobs, you know. But, you know, I mean, what the fuck? So yeah, these people are just a bunch of stupid hypocrites, man. I mean, this is a scam profession ran by the exact equivalent of fat nutrition experts. You know, these people are just terrible, okay? And I'm telling you, man, I mean, trust your, like, these fucking gene entitlements where it's like, oh, if they're your family, so they get special treatment. Why? I mean, that's racism, right? It's people who have genes that are more similar to you get special treatment than those who are less similar to you. Yeah, that's what, yeah, gene entitlements, it's racism, right? Yeah, like, no, I think we should judge people by the content of the character, okay? If they're acting like it's so horrible for me to say it's bad that I got screwed out of 40K, but he's going to say that his mother's a cunt and a whore all because she doesn't want to clean her room. Okay, yeah, if he's gonna say shit like that, even when he's a fucking adult in his 20s, he's like, yeah, I think it was in his fucking mid 20s at the time, literally mid fucking 20s at the time, and still targeting me, still doing shit like this, you know, like literally, this evil little cunt face. These, man, so yeah, I just owe my entire immediate family, you know. I do stay in touch with, you know, some of my cousins, you know, and I just do chat with my uncle every now and then, but I don't get them sucked into the drama, you know. I just avoid the topic altogether, really, when I'm hanging around them, you know, the topic of my immediate family, that is. but yeah, like I'm tired of people fucking up my life. Like I'm scared to like talk to anybody because I'm like, okay, even if they seem great for months or years, they're still very highly likely to just stab me in the back and blindside with some bullshit. Yeah, I get huge anxiety when I'm around people and things seem to be going good. Yeah, if I'm around somebody and things seem to be going good for months or years, I still have very high anxiety about the whole situation. Because I'm like, okay, even now, it's still technically very high likely they're going to fuck up my life and just act like a beaver person. You guys are evil. Why are you doing this shit to people? Like, if you're capable of seeming chill and seeming great for months or years, then you clearly do know better, and you're capable of acting better, of acting good, right? So why? And you get good results, right? You know, people don't really seem to hate you that much when things are going smoothly, right? I did not hate this support group beforehand. When they seemed chill, I did not hate them, you know. But once they started changing face and targeting me like a bunch of evil little cunt faces, yeah, then I started hating them. And now I'm fucking, you know, talking bad about them on my YouTube page, you know, my fucking Medium blog, right? I mean, like, how does that help them, you know? You guys, if you're listening to this, I hope you guys are listening to this, all right? You guys owe me a fucking apology. You guys need to send me a message, send me an email, all right? Email is based on principle, email at gmail.com, all right? I'll put a link in the description box. And yes, I will be getting an anti-natalist rampage email later on, but my YouTube channel name was first called, sorry, that was my phone. My YouTube channel name was first called Based on Principle, but I changed it to Antone's Rampage. So yeah, that's what I did. And there you go. All right, there you fucking go. So yeah, I think that's a better name too. Catch gets catchier, in my opinion. So yeah, that's probably all I gotta say for today. I don't like it when these videos drag on this long, but it happens sometimes. Thanks, Obama. Thanks, Hussein. Bye.